should have seen us going, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all the smiling faces, gathered along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races. We went to bleeding races.
Oh, it's back through Valdez!
1862 on a summer's afternoon, we took the bus from Bambras and she was heavy laden. Where we went along Collingwood Street, that's on the road to Bladen. Whoa, me lads, you should have seen us gunning, passing the folks along the road just as they were standing. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces, gathering along the Scotswood Road to see the bleeding races.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video. John Sinclair TV back again. Tonight it's a fan forum, and yeah, I've got Tony again. You all right, Tony, mate?
Yeah, not too bad.
You're
apart
right.
from if I see sort of freeze on screen or whatever, it's because where I live, something's gone wrong during the day with the phone services. So BT are apparently on the case trying to fix whatever the issue is. So. But they said it might not be fixed till 5 o'clock tomorrow, so I'm using my phone as my modem, my router tonight. So sometimes my 4G signal's not great where I am. So if it goes down, just bear with me.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. No problem at all. Listen, we do the best you can, mate. And if you do like the video, like what you see, hit the like button. And also have the honor to hit the subscribe button as well. If you like to super chat, then click on the join. Click on the $sign and just give what you can towards us worth the channel. And if you'd like to become a member, then click on the join buttons, 99p. And I'm going to give away a match ticket next week on the Premier League roundup as well. So you have to be a member. It's 99p. You need to join for 99p, and then you'll be entering the competition to win the prize as well for the match ticket for the game between Newcastle United and Bournemouth. So if you're listening, think about being a member. Got some comments as well. We've got loads to talk about. Big up to G again. What a signing Isak is. We're going to chat about him in a bit. Also, you can also watch it live on Twitter and Twitch as well. Big up to Chester. Absolutely, thank you so much indeed. And respect Chester, respect the mods as well. Evening to Majestic. Great day to be a Toon fan. And as well, big up to the lad for Norway, my guy Jules. He's another mod as well. Thank you so much indeed, Jules. Hope you're okay. And also said even to Tony as well. Big up to Ches. Big up to AJ. Turn your lights on, Tony. And
they're on.
They're on. And
I think it might just be because of my internet playing up, but I can't do nothing about that, unfortunately. It's out of my control.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Absolutely. I'm sorry about it. Just do the best you can, man. Just
yeah,
you know, it can be a bit of a pain, but it is what it is. Hope we get an announcement soon on Alex as well. Pete, just a quick stop from me. Hope you're well. Jules, I'm good. Hope you are too. And hope you're having a good day as well. And thank you for passing by the way. Just to Jules, Julie J. If you fancy coming on, Julie J, just click on the link as well. I'll get you on, and you could be on there for the first time. Good evening to Gareth, and hi to Jules again. Hi to Jules again. If you don't get the Isaac announcement, tiny, it'll be tomorrow, no doubt. I totally agree. Definitely.
Don't panic.
Don't panic, exactly. Talking of the big man, we're going to talk about him as well. He's had his medical, which is great news. People's got to be patient now when the announcement is going to be. We're going to try and get him signed up for 12 o'clock this afternoon. The fee is going to be, is it 63 or 58 million, whatever we want to call it? It could be in between. You got to be proud, mate. You got to be proud, Tony. Got to be proud, man.
Oh, God, John, yeah. I mean, obviously, we've gone out there to get the player. Yeah, we've gone out there to go and get him because obviously the Callum Wilson injury. I think my internet's gone down again, John. Sorry, did my internet go down there? Yeah, so I think, you know, getting him in, we had to because of what's happened with Callum Wilson. We don't know the full extent of it. Obviously,
Yeah,
Luke
man.
Edwards has decided to write that Wilson's out for 3 to 4 weeks. How does he know? Because Eddie Howe hasn't even announced it as far as I've seen. So where he's getting his information from, I do not know. But yeah, it's a great signing, and it's a statement of intent signing as well. So let's get behind the big man, and But the thing is, what people got to remember, he's not just a forward like Wilson. He's he does a lot more work outside the box and around the area. So he goes wing, he can go on the wing as well. So he's an all-round forward, if you know what I mean. But a cracking signing all round.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like this player. I think he's an amazing player, him, man. Do you know what I mean? I see a good player, I see one. Yeah, this guy he's got his pace, he's clinical, and he can finish. That's Ash as well. I agree with Ash there. And you said what a player. True said what a talent, super talent. Thank you. Not the striker I was thinking of getting, but I get behind him. That's in Gareth. I mean, I spoke to a lad today, right, in Gloucester, and he's a Leeds fan, and he reckons that Isak ain't good enough. Like, and I asked, okay, how many marks out of 10 would you give him? He said 4. I said, really? He said he can't hold the ball up, he can't hit, right? He's greedy, right? And look, at the end of the day, I just said to him, look, at the end of the day, I'll judge him on it as well. I'll judge him on what he does to Newcastle. You know what I mean? But you just never know. But I'm pleased with the signing. And once it's done, right, he's going to be a fan favourite. I think he's going to be amazing. And he's going to excite the fans. You know what I mean? We definitely need a striker in the club because of Callum Wilson's injured. And look, I think he's going to do bits.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. I mean, a lot of these fans are saying, "Oh, yeah, he's rubbish and all this." It's because they're jealous, John. That's the main thing. At the end of the day, wouldn't have gone in there if he was that bad, So we've clearly done my homework on him. He's clearly been watched as well, so we've watched him anyway.
Yeah.
Shame we couldn't bring Marino back with us as well, but let's not be greedy. We've got one player from Sociedad, so but yeah. No, I'm looking forward to seeing this play, and hopefully he makes his debut on Sunday, which I think will just be all the paperwork and the international clearance to go through. But that can be done over wire, can't it? Like email.
Yeah, absolutely. It doesn't take long electronically as well. So it could take minutes, it could take hours, it could take minutes, hours, and seconds. That does work. We're going to talk about the back issue in a bit, yeah? I mean, I'll get your questions. I may go back to that one as well. What do you think of the Dubs to Man United as a smoke screen by the club to push the Madison deal, Dubs to Leicester plus cash? We're going to talk about it later on, mate. So we come on to that one later on. Talk about Isak in a minute. They've gone to Blackcat as well. When do you think Isak will make his debut? If he signs tomorrow by 12, it'll be on Sunday. And he's 22, says he's flopped. We still break even with him in 3 years' time. Look, we need to get behind the guys, people. Do you know what I mean? Big up to Clone Lad as well. Isak, I think he's going to be quality. Just watch all Isak scores. He's definitely a talented striker. Cannot wait for his debut. That's an AJ. So, look, end of the day, we look at him. He's 6'4", right? He's Swedish international. He's scored 9 goals in 37 national games, which is pretty good. Alan Brazil likes him, by the way, right? Even Gary Bonahall thinks he's super talented as well. But, yeah, I mean, what do you expect from him this season? Do you expect him to get 20 goals this season? Do you expect him to get 10, 15? Because the thing is, like, he can make a difference, you know what I mean? I mean, he's good at free kicks as well, apparently.
Well, yeah, try getting the ball off Trippier for a start. That's not going to happen, so fortunately. But yeah, whatever he scores this season, we'll get behind him. And remember, it's the Premier League, so he ain't played in the Premier League before. So this is his first time in the Premier League. So let's give this guy a chance, just get behind him, give him a chance and see what he can bring. And, who knows? I mean, players come to the Premier League and they hit the ground running. Some take time. He might hit the ground running. So, just got to give him a chance. And, you get all these people saying, oh, yeah, wasting money and all this. Like I said, John, it's jealousy at the end of the day.
Yeah, man. Absolutely.
And the big six don't like it because we're after them now and we're coming for them. And when I put my tweet out this morning about Man United, I was writing exactly what I said about them, because at the end of the day, why should we do business with them? Because in January, they were awkward with us over Lingard. They wanted 17 million in total. No chance for a loan deal. Then they were messing about with Henderson, so we pulled the plug on that deal. Why should we deal with a club like that? Man U, in my eyes, I can't stand that club. I can't stand Liverpool. The main reason I can't stand them two more is because they're two owners were the founding members of this European Super League, which failed massively. And that was proven by the Juventus chairman, who said the Liverpool owner and Man United owners set the Super League up for the European Super League and got everybody else to join in.
Yeah.
So absolutely disgraceful what they are. The only club I will say is probably a bit more weakened in that top six with us is Chelsea, because they've got new ownership now, and he seems to understand that we're in the same mix as them now. And the PIF have some sort of affiliation with a business they own. So, you know, you could sort of see there's a softening there with them, but the rest of them, I've got no sympathy. And I've certainly got no sympathy for Man United. I don't care where they're on the Premier League. I couldn't care if they were bottom and they got relegated at the end of the season. I would absolutely laugh my head off and have a great party about it, because I've just do not like that club one bit now, you know. And I've got no sympathy for them for where they are now. And, you know, because they tried to stop our takeover along with the other clubs. So, you know, they're getting what they deserve now. It's called karma.
Exactly. Look, at the end of the day, right, we're going to get more players coming in. And I've got a few in the chat as well. Ash has said 6'5" is touched insane. Really don't help Man U out with the bracket. That's in Kronlad. Jules, they clip the thumbs up. Jay Sweet reckons, Jeff reckons 20+ goals for Isak this season. I hope you're correct. Let's have a look at when he plays against Wolves. He'll score. Alan, please hit the subscribe, Alan, if you can. I believe it's your first score. Let's not put too much pressure on the kid. He hasn't even signed yet. I've got you, Sir Ariarge. Absolutely fine. Ash, hope you well too, mate. Big up to, I'm with you, Tony. I cannot stand Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp is just a cheap Harold Shipman. That's oven chips. Oh, dear. Jason, long time no see, kid. How you doing, man? You okay?
Yeah, long time no see. Yeah, not too bad. Yourselves?
I'm champion, not for you, bad. We haven't heard you for a long time, man.
Been ages. Been doing a lot of sorting out and everything.
Big up, man. Big up. Champion. Jason, what do you think then? Isak?
I mean, just like the Danny Ings deal, where it just turned up out of the blue that they signed him from Southampton. It caught me by shock when it just got announced like yesterday. Was saying that we agreed a 78 million euro deal for him. I'm like, okay, when did this appear? When did we ever make the bid? I'm glad this happened. This is the type of stuff that I've been wanting to happen. Not keep constantly making things public every single time. Just go in and do it under everybody's noses, and then just announce it there and then say, right, we just got this player, so now no other team can go in for that player.
Absolutely, man. I mean, just, you know, do things quietly. Let's not mess about, yeah, and just go for it. Do you know what I mean? But when I heard that news, I've always said, right, I mean, I did an interview with Eddie Tyneside, where Eddie did interview me. Tyneside Lava said, we need to break the bank for a striker ASAP because Callum will not be fit all season. And I said, for me personally, go out and buy Isak. Yeah, that guy is an unbelievable player. This kid, 6'4". He's got a good touch on him. He's quick. And listen, what it is, Jason, right? I think 59 million or 58 or 63 mil, how much you want to call it. And it's just brilliant, Jason. Absolutely fantastic. Are you shocked about the signing? Are you happy with the signing? If he's level above Chris Wood, by the way.
Well, you know my thoughts on Chris Wood. Even though he scored last night, I still can't stand the bloke. I'm glad that we've got a striker and that's going to keep him out of the side. Yeah, man. For me personally, watching the game yesterday, Wood hardly ever touch the bloody ball. In all honesty, he got the header, and then he goes on and misses the sitter that he could have easily squared. So yeah, everyone knows my views on Wood. I've posted enough videos of how much I don't like Chris Wood, but Isak, I mean, it's both a shock and I'm happy to have such a player like him. He is an amazing player. I've not long seen other videos saying he's likened to like the Messi type player.
You got something back? Oh, Tony said that. Come on, carry on, Jay. Carry on, mate.
He's likened to a Messi type player, a Zlatan type player, a former Brazilian Ronaldo type player, because he is that well trained as a striker. He knows how to be a striker, and he has that burst of energy that can easily get past those defenses with ease. So it's going to be fun watching him play for us in future. And I hope he does start against Wolves. I really don't have any trust in Wood starting because, 23 games for us now, 3 goals to show for it. That doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence with him leading our line.
Not at all. I've got one from, I missed a few comments, but I do apologise. Tiger saying, hey guys, just signed the next Zlatan. Let's get behind the lad because under Ashley, we will not be thinking about signing this guy at all whatsoever. Man United are already signing Dutch players from Tulips from Amsterdam. Got one for Jesus. Yeah, great to see the announcer were close again. Isak out of nowhere. And the clause said, John, you called this sign out for months. I said that. I called it out for months. Let's hope we hit the ground running, but what a talent. Yeah, I'm back in this guy. Isak, Madison, and Diaby when they're done. Yes, Jason, photo plank found the back of the net.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised he didn't miss the bus, to be honest.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Big up to Connor, by the way. When we signed a striker, he made me feel like we'll keep on getting Europa League football. I think he got a great chance this season. John, hope you're all good. Hope you're fine. Hope Wales is treating you great. I'm well happy with Isak here in Wales. I'm the biggest fan of Wales. Says I was 6, now I'm 33. I'll be waiting for this to happen, my beloved 2-3 years. I tell you what, the good times are coming back at Newcastle United. Isak reminds me of a nail cutter's running style. He does, actually, I can't lie. I know I said top 10, but it's the striker that's done it for me. That's in Connor. Yeah, and Wood doesn't even do the work like Miggy does. That's true. Isak, ASM, and a new right winger. That's a definite front for 3. And look at this one as well. How many goals did he get last season? He got 6 last season. 20 before. I think he got 18 and 16 in previous seasons as well, Cole. So this guy, but he had the injuries as well. But this guy, I think, is Premiership ready. And I think Tony's still sorting himself out as well. So if it is a lot of money, mind, 58 million quid, right? But we got to pay. You got to pay for the premium load, yeah.
You have to. In order to get the best, you have to pay. So, again, you go back to Ashley era. We paid such little money. We would offer such little money to bring players in that would keep being refused. We'd go in for the loan market, and then as soon as the loan deals are over, the other clubs wanting way over the price that Ashley wants to pay. Now we've got the chance of bringing in players that are worth a lot of money, and we can pay that amount of money, which makes our team much stronger instead of paying small amounts to, no disrespect to our former players.
Yeah.
But they wasn't the players that we needed. They wasn't the dominant players that we can now get. We now have the chance to bring in the big names. We've seen what Bruno can now do. We've seen what it's taken a long time, but we've now seen what Joe Linton can do. Pay the big money, you're going to see the big results. And look at Man City. Look at the way we played. Played with heart. We played with dominance. We played with everything. The fans were our 12th man. We should have won that game, honestly, but what a game that was. We have to pay the money to get the better players. This is why I don't like going in with small offers for players. Just pay what they want.
I'm going to have to agree, man. I don't think we've done finishing spending yet, Jason, at all whatsoever. I think it's going to be a lot. It's going to be another midfield's going to come in. I truly, truly believe we're going to get a right winger as well. I think Diaby's name's been mentioned again because they got Hudson-Odoi. And I truly believe, Tony, right? And I truly believe this now, right? Now, Hudson-Odoi has gone to Leverkusen. Could have been the end of Diaby's career at Leverkusen, number one. And secondly, could we be back in the race again? Because you mentioned as well, they're going to need that 40 million quid. Tony?
Yeah, it's all right. I'm here. Okay. Yes, I can hear you, John. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I've had to change location now, so I just hope it doesn't rain now.
Is that not? I didn't know if you heard a question on about a right side midfielder. We need another midfielder. I don't think we've done in this window yet at all, mate, because I still think Diaby, his name's going to be mentioned again. Conor Gallagher's name's been mentioned as well. But I truly believe about Maddison as well. I think they got until the weekend to make their minds up as well about whether he wants to come to Newcastle or not.
Is that for me? Sorry.
Yeah.
I lost you for a minute. I think my internet's, like I say, my internet's playing it back because of it's out of my control, the broadband being down.
Sorry.
Yeah, so on the Moussa Diaby, as I mentioned the other day, Hudson-Odoi is on his way to Leverkusen. Now, to me, that suggests that Moussa Diaby will become available because Hudson-Odoi plays the same side. If that is the case, then I could see us getting Moussa Diaby because we could get him with it being towards the end of the window now because we're into the last 7 days of the window. So I could see us getting Moussa Diaby. So if we get him in, who knows? Leverkusen might say, do you know what? 40 million quid. There you go. You can have Diaby. You don't know because it's the last 7 days. This is where it starts getting silly now. Prices start coming down. So the prices that were inflated at the start, but these players' prices now start dropping and clubs want them out. So who knows? We watch the space. The Conor Gallagher thing, yes, he'd be a good sign, but I've seen a lot of rumours going around that he wants to stay down the London area. So if that's the case, he might not want to fancy a move north, which is understandable because if his home's in London and whatever, he might not want to up sticks and move. Especially if it's on a own deal as well. So we'll just have to wait and see on that one.
Yeah, I have to agree. We've got to wait and see. But anything can happen. I tried to get 2 days off for deadline day, and he wouldn't let us have it. Sour grapes. But still, I still got to do a live show anyway. Don't worry about that. I should be shattered. Who cares? Chestway, big up the Chestway by the one of the mods. Some see Isak's reaction to Wilson's injury. I suspect the orders deliberately left the biggest money sign until late in the window, so as it's not to show how much we're actually willing to spend. Chestway, you're absolutely on the money. He is so right, by the way. Absolutely spot on. We thought that as well, mate. Danny Isak will hopefully make other players like Maddison realise that Newcastle scoring place is correct. Guess Bruno is happy. I think Shopping has something to do with it, by the way. Edward turned Isak into the same player. And big up to Straffy as well. He's become a regular now for the last week or two. Big up to him. All happy transfer day all. And happy transfer day to you. Big up to Ronald B. Big up to you. Big up to Carl. It's a big step up from Hamster childhood chasing. He's gone to Watford. And but he will have to go to institution Connor. That's some truths. I've got going forward. Wilson now needs to be a superstar like Solskjaer. Leaks needs to be our number one choice. Isak needs to be the number one choice. Big up to Leslie, by the way, on Sky Sport News. West Ham offer Paqueta, the 50 add-ons gutted. Wow. It just goes to show. But I can tell you now, there's no way we was not after Paqueta. Sort of a lot of people say we were, but we was not after him. The club's come on and said that. Welcome everyone new to the stream. Make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you, man. And it's 200 euros and it's 50 million euros. There's 30 million euros, so it's going to be 40 mil, something like that. They all want a lot more than that. And that's fine. And still reckon Paqueta's coming, mate. Listen, Newcastle aren't after him, mate. You need to forget him. You need to move on from him, mate. I'm sorry. You need to move on from him. Go on, Tony.
Thing is, John, on the Paqueta thing, all these journalists that were saying he's up for 33 million pound are all talking out their backsides because West Ham have offered that and Leon's turned it down, saying it's not big enough. So wherever these got their sources or information from, probably their sources are like Heinz Tomato Ketchup, HP Sauce, because at the end of the day, it can't be a source that's reliable to them because if Leon are turning down 33 million from West Ham because they want a bigger fee, then that clearly was never the fee in the first place. So I don't know where they've get this idea from. He's only up for 33 million because I'm sure a lot more clubs would have been for him.
It's going to be on a fast call, man. Do you know what I mean? Really laughable because AC Milan, they want something like a 20% sell-on fee as well. So hey, no one knows, nobody knows whatsoever. It just goes to show. I teach him a lesson.
That would be the reason. Sorry, John.
Go on, Tony.
No, I was just going to say that's another reason why Leon will want a bigger fee, because they've got to pay AC Milan. But like Leicester, they've got to pay Norwich a 15% fee if they sell Maddison.
That's very true. That's very true, man. Totally agree. This is the thing. I mean, this is a good one from Ash, by the way. Wouldn't surprise me if Isak asked Mikel to come back to Newcastle. What the fans are like, stadium, etc. I think he must have told him to go there. I could see Mikel Merino want to come back to Newcastle in a couple of years' time. You never know. Jason.
Mikel Merino, I actually liked him when he was with us. He had great passing ability. He knew where to put the ball. It was like a Shelby and Kabaya type player put together. He knew where to put the passes into the area and make things happen. Mm-hmm. I liked him. I have him on the back of one of my shirts, especially when he scored the only goal in the win against Crystal Palace. Did that only to rub it into my dad's face, as he's a Palace fan. So I always remind him when I wear that shirt that I've got Mikel Merino on the back of my shirt. I thought his spell was very short. I think he should have stayed at the club. I don't know why he was sold on. I would have kept him.
100%.
But I mean, if he was to come back, I'll be fully behind it. He is a cracking player.
Class that. He is a class that. I tell you, we want a midfielder. Why not going for him next season? I mean, why not going to him? If it's not this season, next season. I think this guy's an absolute baller, and I think he's going to be a Spanish international for years and years and years. Well, we was not after Isak either, John. Well, I called him out. I called him out for a couple of months, man. I called him out, and here he is. Do I? Because A, is young. 2, he's 20-year-old. Realistic. People say that 76 mil, right? It's going to be a lot of money. They're not going to pay 76 million quid, right? But at the end of the day, we got the price down. It goes to show, right? Journalists again don't know now. It's simple.
Absolutely, John.
You know what I mean? So don't believe what you read in the newspapers, people. I would love it if we hijacked the Qatar, West Ham Stovo. The thing is, right, Tanji, he's exceptional talent. He's a cracking player. I agree with Paul Toon with you as well, because I watch him as well. He likes to show boat a lot, and he gives the ball away. That is the thing. That's why Milan got shot because of that. Yeah, but he needs to cut on the shortboard. And if he does that and be a normal player, cool. He'll be a decent player. But until then, honestly, I mean, it's going to be hard to get him, by the way. I'm loving that. They are big up to Paul, by the way. I said last week, West Ham low board, if there was no add-ons. You're right now. Sure, you did say that. You did, I think. I just think when we started spending the game, all of a sudden, Paquetá's going to West Ham according to the media cartel. I don't believe the media. Some of the media talks a load of bloody shite. They really, really do. And excuse me, French. So let's be real, right? I mean, some of those are just puppets. There's only a few I trust, right? A few journalists I trust. Did you see that Ibra called us a sleeping giant? I did. Amazing. Good words in Zlatan. He's a legend of the game, by the way. He must have told him to go there. When Paquetá plays the James Park, he's going to sack his agent after. Look, he's not here yet, mate. He's not here yet. Totally thinking about it, they might have been saying to wind up Newcastle fans up me asking Gary, just anything can happen. He's got powerful shot from some of the goals I saw last week. Jack Angel, Isak. Pedro Tugg's gone quiet. Didn't the same media say we're going to be buying him? Again, sort of thing. This is why we just got to keep it quiet. You know what I mean? Just let it take its course. The Isak deal proves nobody knows anything. The real deals behind closed doors. I keep the faith. I like that comment, by the way. I like that comment. Jason, do you agree with that one, mate?
Yeah, I fully agree with that. That's like what I said. Do it under everybody's nose so no one knows about it, and then. But as soon as clubs know that you're in for someone, they're going to go in for someone. So if we do what we've just done and copied what Villa did when they got Ings in and just announce it out of the blue, then other teams have no hope of getting those players.
Well said. Go on, Tony.
Yeah, what did I say about a month ago, John? I did say to you that before the transfer window ends, we will break the transfer record.
You certainly
we
did.
will have a record buy, and that's proven. The thing is, all these in the knows that think they know everything know nothing. At the end of the day, they know now. So, you know, like they didn't know Isak was coming until the last minute. So, you know, I think Dan Ashworth has played a good game because he's keeping deals quiet. That's why. And you know, this lad is only 22, so he's got time to grow, and he's nowhere near his peak yet. So that's what a lot of people got to remember. And remember, Eddie Howe's going to be working with him as well. So once he gets into Eddie's way of thinking, he'll have no problems. And I think he'll be a superstar in years to come. A lot of people are saying he's the next Ibrahimovic. Well, you know, if he gets as close as Ibrahimovic is, then we've got a hell of a player on my hands. Because I can't say he was a great player because he still plays now, even though he's about 40, 41. But, you know, he's still going strong. But no, a lot of these, like I say, in the nose and that, they know John at the end of the day. And I don't think we're finishing the transfer window yet. And I still think there'll be deals to be done. I think I could see potentially another 2 or 3 coming in after this. I wouldn't be surprised. Because, no disrespect, but if you look at a team out last night, okay, fair enough. Trippier came on because Kraft got that horrendous injury. So I had to go off, and Trippier made the difference with these 2 assists on the corners. But if you look overall at the team that was out, there wasn't a lot on offer apart from Elliot Anderson, who had a great game. Lewis had a good game when he come on, but there was a few bright spots. But other than that, the likes of Murphy, Rich's legs have gone. You know, if that's the sort of quality we're looking at on the bench to bring off to help change the game, then there's no chance. And I'm sure the owners have looked at that and thought, you know what, we need to get some players in to have a stronger bench because Murphy doesn't cut it in the Premier League. He should be gone. The only problem is he's got this long contract, which he was given a couple of years ago. A ridiculous 60-year deal, which should never have been given. And then you've also got Richie, who's legs gone. But I still think Eddie wants to keep him at the club because I think Eddie wants to turn him into a coach and bring him on the coaching staff. Now, I've got nothing against Richie because Richie's been tremendous for us. He's been an absolute servant. You know, he got us back from the Championship. He could have gone to West Ham, but he came to us because he wanted to go under Rafa, got us back from the Championship. That guy gives 110% on that pitch. He's a leader in his own right, the way he tells people things. He talks a lot on the pitch. He talks a lot in the dressing room, is what people have said. If that lad left tomorrow, do you know what? I would say thank you very much for everything you've done. You've been tremendous. There's not many players that you actually give a good send-off to, and you get a good reception wherever he goes.
Absolutely, Tony. Well said, well said. And he'll probably get a coaching job anyway, sort of thing. But there you go. We'll see. Guys, if you do enjoy watching the video, like what you see and you new, then please have the honor to hit the subscribe button. It gets the numbers up. So also hit that subscribe. 158 people watching live this evening. That's absolutely huge. And if you'd like to become a member, then it's 99p. Click on the join button. Also, you'll be entering the competition to win a match ticket between Newcastle United and Bournemouth. And that's for next week. To do a draw on Tuesday. It's members only, by the way. It's for members only. So to become a member, 99p, click on the join button and you'll be entering the competition. I'll be giving a match ticket away. And also, if you like to super chat, then click on the $ and just give what much channel's worth. David Dirk is the last person to super chat us yesterday, and 17.99 it was. So just think about it, yeah. But subscribe is the most important thing on my channel. Could a Manson deal be on the still on now the Fofana deal that's off the table? It's a possibility, mate. It's a possibility that they could shock us all. I only hope we can get him. I don't trust the media. I don't trust the process, by the way. And just hope they're all right. Hopefully, most of it's just ridiculous. They got to Jade, by the way. Love for Jade. Right, we need a right side mid and a central mid to go. Let's have a wonderful weekend. Upsetting, not the week, upsetting everyone else. Absolutely. And we're going to come to the back in a few bits as well. Wednesday night at the end of the window, those Thursday night, mate, September the 1st. And F said, and big up to D. D, stay in bed, mate. He's in New Zealand, by the way. Great guy. Love the guy. And can we chat before? Big up to Dean from New Zealand. Great news for Isak as well. We're going to talk about Dubaka as well. And look, he's been linked, Jason. I've got to mention this team, Man United on a season-long run, right? And no one gives us any stick yet, but wow, what can I say, man?
John, what have you done? Why have you offered him to your club? I mean, come on, come on.
Not me. I'm not his agent, man.
Well, all I say to Man United is you screwed us over with Henderson. You screwed us over with Jesse Lingard. So my words to you is 90 mil plus 12 mil add-ons plus 40 mil relegation release clause plus whatever else mil, and then you can have him. If you're not going to pay that, sod off elsewhere. You're not having him. Wow. You can have Chris Wood though.
They need a centre forward, don't they? What about you, Tony? I know you did back watch it out. I know I've seen your tweets today, and I have to kind of agree. 5 million loan deal with 12 million on top as well. They tried to get Kevin Trapp, by the way, but they balked at a 21 million quid offer, and he just said, "You know what? I'm not coming. I'm happy staying in Germany, man." 21 million, right? If Kevin Trapp knows he's a great keeper, but Dubaka's got to be worth 20 at the end of the day. He's 33, and he's still got what 4-5 years left in him.
Well, yeah, I mean, keep us go on for as long as you just got to look at Peter Shilton. He went on till he was 43. So, keep us can go on. John Burge was another one who was at Newcastle. He went on till he was about 44, 45. Mm-hmm. So keep us have a longer shelf life as such as what an outfield player does. So Dubravka's still got plenty of years ahead. If they want him, Man United, they can pay the £5 million fee, and then if this managed to stay up in the Premier League, they can pay the £12 million survival bonus, as they did with us with Lingard. And our owners weren't stupid, because at the end of the day, how can they guarantee it was Lingard who would have kept us up in the league? It could have been any of the players. So I think Man U were just being a bit stupid there, really, on that, and they were trying to be greedy. Because there's no way you're going to pay £17 million for a loan player who's only got 6 months on his contract. So I don't know. I think they were living in a bit of cloud cuckoo land there when they come up with them ideas. But yeah, somebody said, could it be a smoke screen? Could he be used in leverage to get maybe Maddison from Leicester? Who knows? Because Leicester still need a keeper, and they're having problems at the moment. But the only way they can buy is they've got to sell their players. And I understand Wesley Fofana is now training with the under-23s, but Chelsea apparently aren't going back in for him because Leicester want like 80 million, and Chelsea are looking at Maguire. Well, God help them if they want Maguire, because he's worse than Fofana, so good luck to them on that one if they want Maguire at the back. Obviously Tuchel hasn't been much Man United much then, has he?
Not really.
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't take. But I wouldn't let Dubravka. If I was the owners, I would say to Man United, no, one, you're a rival now, and two, we are not selling to you because you're awkward to us when we want the players. So basically, you can half off now, and you'll have to look elsewhere. I mean, to buy Kevin Trapp for like £21 million, I'm not sure how old he is. I think he must be about 32, 33. But for him to sit on the bench as a reserve keeper, why is he going to do that and give up his Germany place because he's in the German team as well? So it doesn't make sense. So no, I just think Man United will have to look elsewhere for a goalkeeper. But if Dubravka's sitting here as a number two, why does he want to go there and sit as a number two? Then, which is what I can't understand. If you want to leave for first team football, you leave to play games, not to sit on the bench. So that one, I don't get that one personally, John. I don't know about you as well, Jason, but I just don't get that one.
No, doesn't make sense, does it? Don't make sense at all. Don't make sense at all. Martin, wait for the Leicester, mate. If you want to leave, be on the board at Leicester if they come through, take Manchester as well as part of the deal. Big up to Johannes Lindholm as well. I'm Swedish, and it'd be great to finally have the Swedish media talk and write about my favourite team. The media here right now is all about how Newcastle budget is bad for the sport. Johannes, if you want to come on the chat, right, the link's in the description. Click on that link. I'll get you on. We'll talk about Isak and tell us your thoughts on Isak, mate. Right, the link's in there. Click on top of the chat. I'll get you in. You can talk about Isak as well, mate. So, and tell us what you think, your opinion as well, mate. So, if you listen still. Also feel the Wilson injury should have been kept secret until the window closes. Common sense, surely. And Jeff's asked a question: do you think after Isak, any more transfers needed this winter? We're going to get 2 or 3 more in, mate. I truly believe. I'll go on with that. And Long, sure they will buy anyone else this window. Hope it's a loan or 2. And big up to Tony the Red. Great show, John. Thanks, EAD. It's amazing that we were in the conversation was this time last season when it came to transfers or where we are now. I suspect another perm in maybe a loan deal. What do you think of that one, Jason? A loan deal, maybe, or would it be another permanent deal along the way?
I think the days of loans are distant memory now. Maybe a loan in January or 2, but I think throughout the summer we're just going to go for permanent signings. I would love to see João Pedro come in. I'll rate him quite highly. I do think he'll do a job for us. So João Pedro, I think, will hopefully join us. Maddison, in all honesty, I don't think he's going to come. Diaby, I don't really think he's going to come because he did put out that status before the season started that he is quite happy and he's going to stay for at least another season. But João Pedro, I do think is one for me that'll come through. That would sort out the wing and the striker positions. If Dubs does go, then maybe I would look to getting a new number 2 in because I don't really rate Darlow and Gillespie to be those ones to fall back on. I, for one, hate time wasting, even when it's us that do it. I absolutely don't like it. And the way Darlow was hogging onto that ball so much last night, it makes me want to ask for that 5-second rule to come back where the ball has to be back in play within 5 seconds or you're going to get booked. I hate time wasting, and I think a number 2 would be the option if Dubs goes.
Fair enough. Got one in from Shiro Geordie. What's happened to the Pedro deal? It's against guesswork again. And Wayne saying, look how fast the Isak deal got done. What's on the quiet? How do you know that's not the same with Paqueta and Pulisic alone a bell? That's how you do business. Keep it quiet, keep your mouth shut, and just get the job done. Simples. Richie's legs has gone. It's all MP season yesterday, in my opinion. Yeah. If United want to back on loan, charge him 20 million loan deal plus bonuses like they wanted with Lingard. Exactly. They messed us about. We're going to mess them about. Sorry, mate, if you're listening, by the way. Couldn't believe how Paul Murphy was last week. Surely players like him should be standing out against league's opposition. Sean Longstaff, I'm not sure about him, by the way. Now, I'm just not sure about him at all whatsoever. I do apologise. That's how it is. Murphy, Richie and Dummett have done their bit for the club. It's time for younger legs. Carl, I have to agree with you, mate. Here, John, guys, pick up the Paul, by the way. Give Isak an effing chance. Paul, I am, mate. I know just called this guy out. I called him out.
John's a big fan.
He's brilliant. He's a cracking player, man. He's brilliant. Good luck, Paqueta, if you choose to go to London. Hope our fan base don't do the usual and views him on social media. Foxy, 110%, you're right. Hopefully, loan Doug to Bournemouth instead. Lovely beaches in Bournemouth, by the way, I must admit. Longstaff was abysmal last night. Jade, with you all the way. In reality, the Akram, ITK is just modern day language for bully bullshit. And he's right. It's true. So damn true. He's really lost Jalen's weakness was if you're just playing football. I tell you what, if I was Sean Longstaff, I should have sold him to Man United, by the way, a couple of years ago for 40 million quid, 45 million quid. Take the money. Buffon went on a good age and found the Sar. Longstaff 30 mil to United. But seriously, it was awful. He was awful. Big up to Statman, stuff like that. He's a legend, by the way. And big up to you, my guy. Hope you're doing. Looking forward to getting you on my show on Tuesday. Yes, I'll be there. and that's the previous Liverpool Newcastle game. I'll do that straight after my show with Macy and Tony as well. So definitely be on for that one, my guy. Big up to Man Cloud, long time no see. And he's still standing in my boy. Happy Dears, lad. Coming all around the Toon for Palace game from Ireland. Be look at you, John, my boy. Unreal. It's gonna be unreal in 2 times, innit? Absolutely, my guy. Big up. Big up to Richard, by the way. I hit subscribe on first who I listen to regards to Toon. I wish people would give the Keter links and rest. Thank you very much indeed. We have a better chance of getting Madison, I say. Rich, well said, my guy, number one. Secondly, we should do the business very, very quiet. It's as simple as that. Look at the Isak. Look how quick that went. There you go. Big up to Paul Richard. Thank you very much for joining on the show, mate. We appreciate that. If United want to back up, we should take their eyes. We should take the eyes out. They tried to do reverse of Lingard. Absolutely. I totally agree there, Jason.
Yeah, I mean, also that they're forgetting is that they quoted us 40 mil for Henderson, and yet he's gone on loan to Nottingham Forest with a 25 mil permanent deal if they want to make it permanent. So it just shows how evil they are to us. We should just return the gratitude to them and be as evil as we can with them.
Yeah, absolutely. Serious question: do we need a right back? Do you need a right back in case something happens to Trippier because of the Craft injury, Tony? I think that's a great question. Brilliant.
It is. We should have. Because we've got Manquillo. I know he's injured at the moment, but we've got Manquillo who can come in at right back and do the job, but not do the job as good as what Trippier does. But at least he could do the job. But we'll just have to wait and see. But if there's a way of getting any sort of right back in, even on a loan deal, then see what's out there, you know. And just on Trippier, I've just got a little stat here for you. So last night he played 51 minutes, 20 final third passes in 5 recoveries, 7 crosses, 6 key passes, and his 2 assists.
Sums up. That's why Kieran Trippier is the match. World-class player. That's why he's a world-class player, and that's what he is. He's 32 now, and I'll tell you what, the guy is a champion. And all these people saying, he came to Newcastle for the money, or no one else didn't want him. By the way, listen, he wanted to come back to England, and Newcastle came with him. We sold him the project, and he's joining our project. Foxy, take a deal that suits our club for Tabaka, where we can get a good replacement instead of being petty or obsessed about which clubs are interested in him. That's a fair shout, by the way. And what we need as well, Cardolo, Jason, it's not good enough for Newcastle United in my book.
Yeah, he's not. Like I said, I hate how he kept hogging on the ball when he played. The ref ended up talking to him a good number of times, saying, get the ball out as quick as you can. Stop holding on to it. You see when Pope grabs the ball, he's immediately got it. He knows where he wants it to go, so he releases it straight away. It's like the moment he knows he's going to grab that ball, his fault is already knowing where it's going to go. With Darlow, as soon as he's grabbed it, he's holding on to it, thinking, where is this going to go now? What am I going to do with this? I hate time wasting. Time wasting needs to stop. Like I said, bring back the 5-second rule. Whether the ball goes out of play for a throw or for a goal kick or whatever, the 5-second rule needs to come back in to stop all this time wasting. But for Darlow, yeah, I don't see him as a number 2 anymore. He's now down to a number 3, which he currently is. Gillespie was a useless signing to begin with. He should just be released. But yeah, if Dubs go, I don't see Darlow being a number 2. I would go for another number 2 that's going to be not taking Pope's position, but could really help Pope to improve more maybe and be the one that's going to step forward when Pope either retires or moves on.
Absolutely. Big up to Delboy, by the way. Big Guna.
What's the crack? What's the bleeding story? How are you doing, lads? How are you done? Keeping well, mate?
Big up,
yeah,
man.
Not bad.
All good.
Big Guna fan as well. Top of the table as well.
Top of the table. I just want to rewind it back here. You know me, John. I'm not coming in happy. I'm moaning about the Newcastle fans. I tell you, I was watching the All or Nothing. I finished it off there, the Arsenal Prime fucking documentary. And I was watching the Newcastle, and I was there, fuck's sake, we played fucking shit. But I have to give the Newcastle, well, these were brilliant. And I tell you, I went on your channel there, I think it was early on in the season. And I did say, Eddie Howe, get the fuck out with the Toon army.
Hey!
He's froze.
My words now. He proved me wrong.
Brilliant. I tell you what, man. I mean, look, at the end of the day, what has he done? What has he done? I mean, done the Isak as well, new signing Isak. Do you rate the guy? I think he's brilliant.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I think last season Arsenal were heavily linked with him as well. I'm sure every Arsenal fan under the sun knows what fucking star sign he is, what fucking he eats for breakfast and everything like that. You know what I mean? But now I'm sure most Arsenal fans will just go, yeah, fuck off, we didn't want him, you know. But yeah, he's a top player. When he was I was watching him for Sweden a bit. Was it the World Cup and the Euros and stuff like that? He was brilliant. You know what I mean? I think he's a top drawer player for you guys.
Yeah.
Are you guys? Well, is the Newcastle fans happy with it, or what's the story?
I'll call them out. I'll call them for the signing. Del Boy, because all it is, we needed a striker. For me, he's young, he's 22 years old, he's got years ahead of him, he's a good finisher, and he's quick. I mean, what do you think, Tony? I've been calling for this guy. I've been calling for him for a long time.
You have, John. I mean, even 2-3 weeks ago, you were saying we need to get this guy in the club, and some people weren't so sure. But yeah, at the end of the day, we've basically got him. It's not signed and sealed yet, but it's more or less close anyway. But that's when you think that's two players Arsenal's looked at and two players that's joined us instead. Bruno Guimaraes was one of them, and then obviously now Isak's close to signing. But Del Boy's right. Arsenal weren't great that day, but then, to be fair, when they came to St James's Park, the last home game of the season, we absolutely played them off the park. At one point, we were like, I think, 67% possession, that day we were just on fire. And I mean, Ramsdale looked a bit suspect that day in goal as well. But yeah, other than that, I think Isak's a good signing. I think once he gets used to the pace of the Premier League, I think he'll be a major threat. I really do.
I think he'll link up well with Guimaraes as well. Like, you know what I mean? I think, especially when Newcastle playing, they've always played, you love your number 9s up there and stuff like that. I think, Wilson, I think everyone thought that he was going to be the guy to come in and do it. I think this guy, he is the man now. You know what I mean? I think the Premier League is suiting. You know what I mean? I'm coming with positive vibes, John. It's all fucking
guys got internet issues. Like me.
Yeah.
The minds are stayed on for now.
The Arsenal game, when news bet was there towards the end of the season, there could have been no excuse for any Arsenal. Here, subscribe to that fella. He's good. He is.
Hey, 144 people watching that guy. 144 people watching it so far.
Yeah, but no, just go back to the day that you guys played, bet the shit out of us. Arsenal still had a chance of finishing in the top 4, and if, as a player, we'll say, the players I don't think turned up that day for Arteta. They were blown away, I think, most of the players, by St James's Park, the atmosphere. I think you guys just blew the Arsenal players away by the hostile environment and the crowd, cheering on for the Toon army, you know what I mean? And they absolutely fucking roasted it. And this is where I go back with Arsenal. There's no leadership there at all. No leadership. And if you're telling me that fucking Odegaard is going to come up to me and tell me what to do, I just tell him to fuck off out of my face. You know what I mean? There's no Tony Adams, there's no Vieira, there's no, you know what I mean, Roy Keane, or the old leaders. And I'm an old school footballer. I love that type of football, but look, I suppose, unfortunately,
John,
it's all handbag stuff lately.
Sorry, while Del Boy's sorting out his internet issues, I feel for him because I'm in the same boat. I'm not going to laugh. There was a comment on it, 7:33 from Louis Van Gaal, which you didn't read out.
Yeah, he said he was
It's
starting
an
with Chris
interesting
Wood.
one.
Do you want to throw that one over to me?
He says, I think we should give Chris Wood more chances now he scored last night and his confidence is up. He's played very well.
Ball to the shite.
Well, here, look, come here. Hold on a minute now. See Chris Wood and all this bollocks. I remember at the time Eddie Nketiah came on the scene and he scored 2 goals against Norwich. I think it was in the FA Cup for us in the Emirates. All right. Arsenal fans thought it was fucking the coming of fucking Ian Wright or something like that. Yes, Ian Wright's back. He scored about 3 goals last season. You know what I mean? And he was given 6 months fucking up front and he scored fuck off. Sorry for cursing, John. Sorry, jeez, I'm going to mass now in a while. Sorry.
Big up. Griffith's comments as well. John, this is only the start. Our Man City performance has sent nipples through Europe. Big up to Jeff Sweet too, and great stream, John, as ever. Bold Jordan, thanks, man. Hope you're okay. Billy's in the chat, by the way. Billy wasn't me; it was someone else. But I tried to find out who it was. But mods, keep your eyes open, please. Thank you. Chris should be sword to many to help their descent. Yep. I agree. Darlow grabs it, then holds the sound, telling people to slow down. How about throw the ball out to our teams out of position? Rises up 2. Big up to Rich Sports United fan. Big up, guys. Big up to you as well, Del Boy. Let's happy at the start. They should bring in a no back pass rules like in baseball. Once past halfway line, they cannot play it back in the own half. That would liven things up. I sure Fever will love that. How long George out for? It's a month, Jack. We could have him back for the Old Trafford trip. Rose is at 3 or 4 weeks. Another Irish lad in that too. Big up to my guy Del Boy. Have you on the Guinness? That's an Andrew. I give it a Darlow as well. Ben Foster is for our 3rd choice. 2nd choice should be someone who's good Asian potential. That's from Foxy. Talks a lot of sense, doesn't he? Big up to Sam, by the way. Hit the subscribe button. Sam's your first time. Happy as well. Andrew wanted to get Newcastle ban on tap. Easy got in the Toon, my son. Also, these war beers. Talking about beers now, aren't we? Well, on there too. What an effing time to be alive, boys. Breath in, breath out. These with effort air. Bruno and Isak share the same magic hat. I'm on the Bruno L. Good luck, Andrew. And also took Shinchenko Jesus, who we were all wanted the summer. Great signings, great potential. You've got to be happy with those two, by the way. Jesus and
they're unbelievable. Yeah, definitely. Unbelievable.
That's that, got it. Love it, matey. Looking forward to a few over for a long weekend doing a St. James tour and all top. I'd love to do that one day, man. Do a stream, do like a recorded as well. I thought Diaby deal when Salah was gutted because he's one of my first choice players, absolutely pure class, and I've watched a lot. Jason, do you think you still get Diaby, do you think, in your opinion? Or do you think that boat, that ship has sailed?
Personally, I don't think we will get him. Like I said, that just before the season started, he did come out of the status saying that he's going to stay for at least another year at Leverkusen. But so I don't think that he's going to want to move anywhere, regardless if he's going to lose his position or not. He's going to probably fight for it. So maybe maybe January we could probably see if he's changed his mind. Otherwise, you're probably going to wait till next summer. But I don't see him moving at all during this summer's window.
And he was another player Arsenal were looking for as well. Do you have fucking scouts in Newcastle or what are you doing?
Wow.
We have microphones in every team scouting room, so we know who they're going for.
Thing. On Mustard Diaby.
Go on, Tony. He's frozen. Let's go on to Tony.
Yeah, I just want to say on the Diaby thing. I know he wanted to stay, but there has been rumblings lately and rumours going around that he does want to leave Leverkusen because. Sorry, there is the thing about Diaby. He wants to go. The same. There's rumours going around that he's looking to leave because Leverkusen are now bottom of the second bottom now of the Bundesliga on goal difference. And he's not happy there now. So, and he's fearing for his World Cup place apparently. So I don't know what to believe on rumours like that. If that's the case and he's available, then why not go back and try? Who knows? Our owners might be doing this behind the scenes. Nobody knows. Look at Isak. We didn't know that was coming up till it's all over the media yesterday afternoon.
Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, I see what you mean, Tony. Like, you never know. But I also want them as well, by the way, as well. So, according to some reports as well. And talk about Smith Rowe. What's happened to Smith Rowe, by the way?
Yeah, you look at the end of the day, like, you have Martinelli up there, like our sort of front three, Martinelli, Jesus, and Saka. You know, they've all been playing absolutely excellent. You can't really drop them, you know. And that's what sort of Smith Rowe had a sort of a niggle at the start of the season, so that sort of kept him out, and he's back sort of full training now and full fitness. But Arteta, I suppose, doesn't want to change a winning team. You can't blame him either. For the Fulham game this weekend, the only player that I would change would be at right back. I'd take out Ben White and I'd put in Tomiyasu, because that's his original position in right back. And I'd love to see that back four of Zinchenko, Saliba, Gabriel, and Tomiyasu. I think it'd be a very good defence. Like, you know, we've come a long way, and Arteta fell into the whole Saliba. He's been absolutely outstanding this season. You know, he is a baller. And I'd say most Arsenal fans will tell you the exact same thing that I'm saying, that in Marseille, he got Young Player of the Year. He played against PSG with Neymar, Messi, and Mbappe. He kept them quiet. They're still in his pocket. You know what I mean? In his fucking tracksuit pocket. He fucking potted a lot of them. You know what I mean? He's an absolute baller, and I'm delighted with him. I've come with a target for you. Do you need a right back or a centre midfield? I'm here. You know, they don't call me Del Boy for nothing. We'll just take Ainsley Maitland-Niles off us. I'll fucking give him a jockey back up to the fucking Toon army, I will.
Yeah.
Would you take him?
We'll probably make him better.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't there a rumour he's going to West Ham?
Would you take him in Newcastle?
I probably would. You never know what Hal could do with him.
Arteta, they said to take him. Yeah, send him on. Send him on.
The only problem is you're taking Chris Wood in return.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck no. Yeah. Bring you a one-way ticket, non-return, non-refundable.
He's funny, man. Bless him. Surely it does go to Man U. That will call into question the AS future. Big up to Dunno, by the way, and it's brilliant, by the way. Great news there. Leverkusen lost every game so far. That's why everyone's more open to him leaving out. But does he want to play Champions League football? Leverkusen, they're in the Champions League in the group stage as well. Even the lads, massive sign for us. Isak, great potential. That's on James. What a lovely guy he is. Even though I was listening or driving home, stuck in Glasgow traffic. Davey, thank you, my guy. Thanks very much for listening. Do you think we would have went for Isak if Wilson wasn't injured? We needed another striker, mate. 100%. In case he gets injured, so we're preparing. They were looking for 60 million or 53 million quid for Paqueta. And big up to Ryan. Hope you're okay, mate. First time watching, lads, do hit the subscribe button, Ryan, if you can. That'd be fantastic as well. Massive Newcastle fan. Personally, I think Isak is a bit of a risk. I know fans are excited, but I think a lot of it is looking at the price tag rather than just a player. Ryan, he is an outstanding player, by the way. He is excellent. And I think Jade, who's a Spanish football watcher as well, would totally agree there. I heard something about Latro Diaby, but no chance. Should worry about his international spot. That's from Wayne. And got Paul as well. We'll get Paqueta, Pulisic, Pedro, mark me words. Paul, I hope you're right, mate. I hope you're right. Big up to Tony. Hi to you. Gotta go. You too, man. You take care. Thanks for watching us, trolls. Could use Wood as a training guy in dummy. He's got about as much position sense as one in final third. That's so wacky.
Love it.
Sums it up beautifully. And Ryan gives us the thumbs up as well. Thank you, Ryan. Give another 5 more minutes before we wrap up as well, because it's going to be a short one at least. Tony, go for the. You've got Wolves on the Sunday, right? And tell us how do you think it'll go, and do you think Isak will start the game? He's frozen again. Jason, we'll start with you, mate.
Is it?
Yeah, you shall go first, mate. I'll let you go first.
So what was the question? Sorry, John, because I sort of lost you with the internet. I'm having issues tonight.
That's nice. The question is, that's fine, about Wolves game on Saturday. Do you think Isak will start, and how do you think it'll go? And will he start on Sunday?
Yeah, Wolves on Sunday, 2 p.m. kickoff. I think if he's signed and the registration's all done in time, which I believe it will be by noon. It used to be 5 p.m. on a Friday. For the registration documents for a Sunday. Obviously, they've changed it now to a noon. Can I see him? Sorry, I'm back, John.
Take time.
Yeah, so it's a sorry, John, I'm just keep losing off a minute. So can we see him start on Sunday? Why not? You know, he's going to get in the team ahead of Chris Wood. Although Chris Wood did do all right last night with his header, but that was against the League Two side, don't forget. So I don't rate Chris Wood highly, by the way. So I'm only saying it was a good header because it was on the corner, and shame he just didn't do that more in the Premier League. But Isak, I can see him starting on Sunday. Yeah, no doubt about it. And unleash him against the Wolves, and let's see how he can do.
Yeah, we'll see what happens on that one. Big up, my guy. Thanks for the donation, man. Kind donation, $4.99. I appreciate that. Thank you so much indeed. I'm sure the love. My man, love the channel and keep up the great work, my guy. Thank you very much indeed. And I really appreciate that. Thank you so much indeed. 2 super chats in 2 nights. Wow. Thank you. How does Jason feel about the Isak deal, considering Chris Wood has scored 11 in his last 42 competitive games for club and country, compared to all his 6 goals to Isak?
Well, compare it to Chris Wood's time at Newcastle, 23 appearances, 3 goals to show for it. So it's a no-brainer. Isak is much better.
There's your answer. When my boys finally score a goal in the London Stadium, we'll go mental like England winning the World Cup. That's some wacky. Big up to you. I hope Isak starts dying to see what he can do in a 2-0 Newcastle win. Jason, how do you think the game goal prediction really start? Well, you know me, I really don't like Chris Wood. So regardless whether I would put Isak straight into the side. But there is that fault. You know Eddie Howe will end up starting Chris Wood. He's going to mould Isak into the side, just like he did with Bruno, just like he did with Botman. He's gonna bring him in slowly. I would hope that he's looked at the Tranmere game and just constantly sees the performances that Chris Wood puts in and thinks, okay, well, this time I'm going to throw him straight into the side. I'd play him, get him some match time in the Premier League against Wolves, so that he is going to be starting and scoring about 2 or 3 hat tricks against Liverpool on Wednesday. You know, just I'd get him ready for Liverpool. Yeah, that's a fair shout. Give us a scoreline on Sunday.
I'm going 2-0 win.
2 win. What about you, Tony? Scoreline for you, mate? It's frozen again. We go to Del Boy. He got Fulham as well, and also we got to play Wolves. How do you think the game was scored with the diction, mate?
Yeah, well, I'll talk about your game first. I'd stick him in, throw him into fuck. You know what I mean? There's no point in him resting the bench, you know. And Chris Wood is there. Throw him in, because I'll tell you one thing, and I think Wacky Angler there said it best. Wolves are good defence. You know what I mean? It's good to test them straight away. Get in, and you're coming up against a good defence at Wolves. So yeah, go for it. You know, I'd love to see him. I'm looking forward to seeing how he gets on, because it was like with Grammaric with you guys, because as I said earlier on, Arsenal were heavily linked with him and he went to you guys. So I'm dying to sort of see how he gets on it. You know, hopefully not too well against us, but yeah, you know, I can probably see him scoring a goal or 2 against us. But our game then against Fulham, we should have enough, you know, to overturn Fulham. I know they got a good result out of Liverpool, but I think Arsenal should be, you know, they're after winning their first 3 games. They're on form. They're on fire. Up front is on fire. At the back, very good as well. So I'll probably go 2-0 win for Arsenal. And I'll go 2-1 to Newcastle.
Yeah, I'll go 2-1 to Newcastle, and I'll say 2-1 to Arsenal in your game as well. So see you stay top of the table. Given how young players to more this SFP success, it's like a youth project youth, by the way, of all the signings, how was the most important? Totally agree. I think we'll just start. And Christopher says most of Wood schools has to be for his country. New Zealand plays against teams that aren't professional, so the standard isn't high. I can actually see his point, by the way, in the way. And Jason, got a question for Jason. If Isak only scored 6 last season, can you tell me what else about him do you think improves our attack? I think he does. I'm just curious, as you only mentioned, Gortalis.
He's got the speed. He's got the ability. He can do his trickery. He can go down the wings. He can play on the wings. He's touted as like another Messi, Brazilian Ronaldo, Zlatan style. I think personally he could be more along the lines of a Henrik Larsson type player. He is going to grow into an amazing player. Again, he's got that speed. He can burst through that defense. Again, unlike Chris Wood, he's just a statue. He's so slow when going forward. And I just don't really rate him. He's younger, much younger. He's the future. Wood, he's just going to go further down the pecking order.
Well, there you go. That's Jason's answer there. So, right, there you go. We're going to wrap up there, guys. And thanks for coming on. Before we go, we're going to start with our guest today, Del Boy. Can you tell us where you can find you? Can you just shout out on your socials, my guy, please?
Yeah, just on the YouTube channel, it's just Del Boy Gunner TV. I give out about Arsenal a lot. I'm a moany fucking Irish person. Sometimes I do praise them, you know what I mean? But I'm not a deluded fan like most of them. I'll say it how it is, I'll call it how it is, and I also do a few sort of Premiership shows and stuff like that. I do a lot of call-in shows after every Arsenal match anyway. I give fans from any club, let them come on and what they thought of the game and stuff like that. Everyone has an opinion on my channel, respectfully, But I'm on Instagram and Twitter as well, the exact same, Del Boy Gunner TV. So yeah, hit us up on that. I'm going out tonight for a few pints, so I hope you can hear me Guinness calling me. I'm going to fucking get a few of the day off tomorrow, so yeah, few Guinness. There's no Newcastle ale in my local pub. I'm trying to get it in, yeah. Newcastle's my second home.
Yay! big up, my guy. Just stay there a second. I think Tony always says he'll be back soon. But he's on pumps with the internet as well. Jason, could you just give us a shout on your socials, mate?
Yep, you can find me at Keeping It Toon YT. That's my YouTube channel. You've got a video coming out tomorrow, which will be the preview for the Wolves game. You'll get another preview on Monday for the Liverpool game, and then on Wednesday, I'll be doing a watch along with a Liverpool fan and my co-host Elliot. On the road to 300 subs. It's been quiet for a little while now. We're on 267. So any help is greatly appreciated. Go onto any video, you'll find in the description links to all my socials, the Discord, the Facebook, the Twitter, everything. You'll find it all there.
Big up. And Tony, give us a shout out on your socials, mate. Can't hear us. Right, I'll go with this comments quickly. If you want to follow Tony on social media, just go into at TonyTooney31 and he'll follow you back as well. Wood will struggle to play up front for Woodbridge Town FC. I'll give you that, mate. They remind us of the old Arsenal. 2-0, even could be 3-0 to the Arsenal. Jesus has a chance to win top scorer of the season. Looks lethal already. I tell you what, that guy is absolutely brilliant. I mean, Man City must be thinking, I wish you never sold him to a rival sort of thing. Can you imagine him winning the league? I think Pep will be having egg on his face, by the way. It looks like Tony's going to be back again. But got Jesus, incredible signing for the price. Let's see if forwards who cost more can score more than him. You never know. And thank you, man, for can. Guys, thanks so much for coming in, man. I'm going to have you guys backstage. If you like the video, like what you see, then please hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button as well. The link's in the description as well. And mind, you know exactly what it is. I'll be back tomorrow with me, Tony, and I believe we've got Andrew Musgrove coming on from the Chronicle newspaper reporter. He'll be on tomorrow. We're going to talk about all things Newcastle United. It should be a cracking show. And until then, guys, I should say goodbye for now and enjoy your evening.